Hello. Hello, dear divine. I have just woken up and I've challenged myself to practice scrying for this video with cards I've pulled and this crystal ball you see here. And I am looking forward to discovering what will be channeled through me here now, in addition to what I received in the scrying, for you and I both to consider, to integrate into our perspective, heart and mind at this point in which you are watching it and I am recording it. So, without further ado, I'd like to set the stage. Please take care of your ears. I will be clearing our moment, our shared space now with this bowl. Okay. Some Chantress Seba in the background and a nice beeswax candle to invite the element of fire into the space. Let's take some breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Allow these to be full belly breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more, make it the deepest and loudest. It's funny because the way the crystal is positioned, I cannot see what I look like on the screen of the camera. So I'm trusting that all's well in the way that I set this up, and that all will unfold as it is divinely intended for me to continue to grow and develop my gifts and my offerings, as well as for you to receive the highest good that is available to you through me now. So, today's message. I drew these cards last night and did the scrying last night. And I'll show you the cards. First card we have Primordial. The other card, Fire. Hence the candle. Primordial fire. Take a moment and take in these images. I believe primordial came out in a previous video. And actually fire was the first of these two cards to come out. So originally I thought it was to be read like this. But the synchronicities and the scrying I received in the course of pulling these cards to now, I determined that this was not two separate cards, but one message together of primordial fire, our primordial fire. I'd like to share some of what the guidebook says of both. Primordial. In the heroic terrain of the primordial consciousness, the mountainous archetypes of our being reside. Primordial. Immensity, essence, necessary, truth, power, postcards of our ancestral selves, our innermost selves, gently reconciled within. Fire. First journeys begin with a fire, a torch to show the way, a reassuring light to distinguish forms in the shadow, a warmth to keep us close, a heat that teaches pain. Embers kept alive, passed on generation to generation. Fires illuminate the night, illuminate each other and our own souls. Primordial fire. Fire alone, as said, is one of the elements of this reality. One of the elements that make up all that is here in our experience of this world. And yet, primordial wanted to come out too. Primordial emphasizing the raw essence of the element of fire and the raw essence of ourselves. So our primordial fire is the burning fuel, the raw drive that compels us forward, not guides, no. Because when we think of fire, we visualize this. We visualize something bright, something that draws us towards it. But primordial fire is the fire within, So it is not something that draws us towards it. It is something that compels us forward from deep within our center, deep within where our solar plexus resides, in the being that we are, that is beyond this physical vessel, but that is also a soul. So our primordial fire emanates from the solar plexus, from our soul, through our bodies, our emotional, physical bodies, compelling us to go towards what it is driving us towards. It is our guide. It is our guide. It is how our soul guides us in this physical reality. And as I sat there looking at this crystal, allowing space for what more there is to know about primordial fire, it was clear too that just like fires are bright, they can be distracting. Meaning that when we are in a state of determining where our primordial fire is leading us, when we are unsure what our north node is, what our soul's divine purpose and path and highest unfolding in this lifetime is, when we are uncertain of what our purpose direction is, the fires of other people living their primordial essence can distract us from going within and uncovering our own. Because when we are not tapped in to that fire within, and to how that feels ever so fulfilling for us. Meaning when we are feeling in lack, feeling aimless, directionless, the primordial fires of others can tempt us to think that that is what I want, that what they are doing, that their path is also potentially mine, which I admit and acknowledge is not inherently a wrong thought or a thought we must avoid, but again can be distracting from us turning inward and uncovering what our unique primordial soul essence wants to birth and create and emanate through the vessel, through the self that we are in this lifetime. Every soul, every person forms an astoundingly unique combination of power, creativity that has not yet been seen. And so to consider the primordial fires of others as potentially our own is not the full journey of discovering our own primordial fire. I believe that these cards are guiding me to not settle for the me that I have become informed by the inspirations that I've derived from others and things and activities that I've discovered and engaged with. These cards are challenging me to go deeper than what notions of success my parents hope for me, to go deeper than, of course, the notions of the life society deems as worthy, valuable to live, or the ways of living, or the means of living. And deeper still, these cards are guiding me to turn to spirit, my spiritual team, for the guidance of what highest good, highest creation, highest development that can unfold through the life that I live, the life that I still have yet to live, and the life that I've lived so far informing that. I've mentioned this next bit in a previous video that all forms of life, like a tree, they are designed, we are designed to grow and develop to our fullest potential. And while external circumstance can limit, inhibit that growth and potential, life always finds a way to thrive and breathe and grow through maybe the cracks of cement that block a tree or a sprout from reaching the sun. But also, for us, the cracks of cement are far more complex to navigate towards, because we are complex. We are so complex that the cement that can form around our growth and development can be unclear to even us, accepted by us, in limiting us, meaning we can can allow our primordial fires to burn less bright, to have less fuel, to hold back that which might and truly can hold value, impact for the good of all. For me, the primordial fire I've been hiding within, well, is this. Is this, for one, but honestly, I'm eager to birth a lot, to create a lot. And the primordial fire that I am feeling rise within me through the shedding of the many wounds that I've accumulated through this life so far. And I'd like to rephrase that once more and say that the wounds of my past, the traumas, the hardships that I've allowed myself to feel fully, both when it occurred as much as I could, but then again when later triggered, all of that feeling, all of that not avoiding, not numbing, has allowed me to more deeply and clearly feel and tap in to my own primordial fire. And my expressions, I feel radiate from that primordial fire that I'm tapped into. I feel joy. I feel fulfillment because here I am, allowing my primordial essence to go from my solar plexus center, but also being fed from a grounded root chakra, a grounded sacral, a grounded and open and flowing creative sacral channel. All of that flows through my primordial fire, out through my throat, towards you now. I take that as both confirmation that I've channeled from my primordial essence, as well as confirmation that this reading is more or less complete. But before I close, before we depart from this brief moment of shared space in the grand scheme of time, I'd like to reveal more, beautiful, more of my primordial essence, my primordial fire, my creativity to you in a way that or specifically a song or part of a song that I've written recently that I feel reflects the message you and I both are receiving in this video. I'm gonna do one of these first. Listen and glisten in love. Listen and glisten in love. Know that you are always enough. Father, Son wants you to shine that deep bright light you keep inside. Thank you. For being here, for being you, dear divine. Until next time, continue to shed, continue to heal, continue to tap in to your primordial fire.